The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. May going to throw right away.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
79 Broncos. Come 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. Go.
Throwing here is May.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Looking to throw, May. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. With the Vikings at 6-2 to start play. And they come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form. They've won 6 of their last 8.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Panther Warrior 70.
To the air, May.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a give, right side.
Wagner down to the 41. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Well, they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wagner, and he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 35. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Back to throw. McPherson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll throw with May.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A gain there of 21 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
To throw, it's May.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Here's May.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
George Karlaftis.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points.
But I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right.
These guys running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down.
This ball taken in here by Brooks.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They go play action here on first down.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
Let's go now. Come 19. Come 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. Say, hey. Take go.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 70 range. 70 range. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Warrior 70. Mustang 19. 7 Pirate. 7 Pirate. 19 Lion. Ready, ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Xavier Legette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. In motion goes the tight end. Looking to throw. McPherson.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw.
McPherson,
Flush to his right.
oh, he finds his running back open downfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That one goes for 36 yards.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Off play action. McPherson.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake. McPherson.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Buying time to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Wagner. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Looking to throw. McPherson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Off-play action. McPherson
Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
off the play fake. McPherson.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. McPherson.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Bishop.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Escapes the defender.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Throwing to start the drive. McPherson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Now they'll audible to something else.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That one complete to Legion.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Touchdown! Lad McConkey, 28 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
He got 29 yards that time. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. McPherson flushed out right.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the gun on 3rd down, McPherson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Operating from the gun, McPherson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick.
Slot man moves right.
From the gun, it's May.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
18 left.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
79 Broncos. Cut 19.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
From the shotgun, it's May.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looking to throw, May.
And he rifles one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing here is May. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll throw with May. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
To the air, May.
And that is incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McPherson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wagner. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Three quarters have come and gone.
This a 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vick. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Following the fumble recovery, McPherson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Next to score, Vikings 28, Colts 16. Tyler Bass sets the kickoff.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
18, Pioneer. Track 60. Trap 60, trap 60. Riggs, check out.
Here's May. Got a man. That's Leggett.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw, it's May. That is caught.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That's good for a San Antonio first down.
Go.
First and 10.
Up the middle they go.
Vic.
Oh, able to avoid him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bishop. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, McPherson. And my goodness, another interception. Inside the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Colts 11-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vick, and here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick here is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go. It's Bishop. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, Bishop. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for San Antonio, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I need it. Kid.